Hey guys.
This is our piano.
Yeah, well, it's the piano, but it's also a little mic set up here. It's a ribbon mic into a tube preamp.
And I think we have a video on it.
And going up. Oh yeah, there's a video on the piano. I don't think we have a video on that mic yet.
No, not yet.
We'll get there. But that's really not the purpose of today's video. We're gonna do a studio tour here by following this little wire through and see what we find.
Yes.
Sound like fun?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna go for a little adventure here.
Okay.
So we see that that wire goes up. So we're gonna go over to the stairs here and take a hike up to the third level. Here's the amazing view of our stairs. Aren't they lovely?
Fabulous, fabulous.
Nice shadows. Oh, here's that wire up here. And it comes over this way, over the horrible linoleum, and down the hole, the rabbit hole of goodness.
I was about to say doom, but whatever.
The rabbit hole of doom, the cave of Kirner Bog. Okay, this pair of lines here are the speakers that we showed in the theater video. They come up here and they go over that way. And they go
through our crawl space.
Through one of the crawl spaces. There's two up here.
Oh yeah.
Here's one of them. We have them open because we're doing all sorts of work.
Spiders!
We just moved in, so we still have a lot of things to sort out and get the way we want it to be.
Like secret passageways.
That wire goes down along this crawl space and drops right down into the theater. And you remember seeing it coming out of the ceiling from the other video. So, for right now, we have our offices down in the studio, but eventually, we would like to have them in here. We would like to build in a desk here. I have to tighten these floorboards up. They're very squeaky, and we want a pedestal desk that comes out with a desk on both sides. Here's the windows that will be allowing us to have nice natural light up in our office. You notice that the ceilings are actually quite high in here. There's 4 independently controlled lights in the corners, and also this fluorescent, which, here are all the wires that run to all the speaker terminals throughout the 3 levels of the house.
Now, do you think I could learn Morse code by messing with these lights?
You want to learn Morse code by turning the lights on and off?
Let me see if we can focus on that one.
Which one?
That one.
The corner? She's sending a message out to the universe.
I don't know what though.
I think they put CFLs in there, and that's why they make funny noises, because they're on dimmers. We should probably replace those with proper PARs.
I rather like them.
I just don't like the noise,
The hum.
that noise.
The owners before us had an art studio where
The painting was up here, I think.
Studio was up here because on the linoleum were tons of splatters of paint.
We obviously have to replace this linoleum before we do anything.
What, you
It
want
is-
the gaudiness?
It is terrible. That big white blob is the theater screen material, just sort of sitting up here out of the way.
And if you are interested in making theater, like your own projection screen, That's actually really cheap. We got it from like Carl's projection screen or something.
We'll put a link in the description for them.
Yeah. It was
Really,
like $20.
especially if you're doing one for like your backyard or something, it's perfect for that.
Yep. Super cheap compared to like the $500, $800 ones that I've seen.
There's a half bath up in here. We haven't used it yet. I have to do some work on it yet, but it's not bad. It'll be handy to have up here in the office because then you don't have to run all the way up and down all these stairs to go find a place to fill up your water glass. So in this room here, we have an obvious construction zone. And this is going to be our library with a set of bookshelves on this side and one along this side. It should be really nice.
And lots of beanbag chairs.
Yeah, well, that's for the reading nook, which is
beanbag chairs.
off on this side over to here.
Yes.
Alright, so there's the big view of the office windows. And if we take a turn around here, we go into the library room, which is an obvious construction area. There will be full bookshelves along both sides here. And around that wall, there's a bit of a balcony, and that will be the reading nook. We'll probably have couches, bean bags, or something up here.
Beanbag chairs.
Beanbag chairs. Okay, and this is of course the view that most people really get a kick out of. Our 2.5 stories of windows overlooking our forest of a yard. The previous owners left us a nice copper mobile art piece here. And there's a view down where we started. See the top of the piano. 2 of Addie's violins. And we'll cover that in a second, but for now... Oh, there's a fireplace, complete with a painting that the previous owner painted. We're heading down the stairs. Oh, there's my lovely Shure mic. I love that mic. That is my mic. Anybody who uses that mic, they're using my mic. Beautiful, beautiful piece of engineering. It's all snowy out there.
Too much. Too much.
Okay, here's the Wurlitzer 206A. We'll cover this properly in another video. I'm not going to spend any time on it today. Here's the Hammond M3 in blonde finish, which is pretty much impossible to find, with a matching bench, and even trickier to find a matching Leslie 125.
So.
Yeah. And there's the viola I got for Addie.
Can I show them? Let me show them this.
Her birthday or something.
I think the best part is actually not the front.
Oh, she likes the bird's eye maple that I picked out for her.
Bird's eye maple. Super pretty. It's got it on the sides too.
Very nice instrument. And next to it is my resonator, which we modified quite a bit. It's got all
Muriatic
sorts
acid.
Yeah.
Right?
We
Right.
mentioned that in the violin video, didn't we?
I did.
And I've got a pickup installed in it and all that sort of stuff. It's good. Okay, here's our porch, which
I don't
is
use...
more of a snow repository at the moment. We got a blizzard, and it's completely pointless out here. I mean, that's seriously, that's up to my waist. It's like 3.5 feet, 3 feet.
That's like half of what it was.
I get this lock. There we go.
To the Midwest.
Okay, and we're gonna take our next bit of adventure. We're heading down into the dungeon, which isn't really a dungeon because it's full of windows.
Engine of
Which-
Doom.
It's strange because it's kind of a basement, but as you look out the windows, you're looking down a hill, which is so weird. You walk by here and you're not quite awake all the way, and the strange irony of the thing really gets to you. You guys saw this in a video before. This is the keyboard, but here it is actually in its case. Now we're going to restore that case in a future video, and we'll get going on that. It'll be really neat. So we got another fireplace down here. Here's some of the guitars. I say some of them. There are probably guitars somewhere that we don't even know about because we have so many.
They have illegitimate children.
It has taken many years to collect this many guitars, but every one has its own purpose and is useful in its own way. This one I got for Addie. I don't remember why. I just buy her instruments randomly.
I think it was my
Said
birthday.
another birthday. Dan Electro U1 in a purple, sort of blue.
That was Robin Blue.
Robin blue.
Something.
That's the one with the single lipstick pickup. It's got a real jangly thing. Just awesome for jazz. This is my Alvarez acoustic, which I love to death. It's a cheap guitar, but it just has that magic mojo to it that you just can't find. That is the Evil Guitar of Doom.
I like it.
And that guitar is a cigar box guitar that I ordered. And it took over 1.5 years for the guy to deliver it to me. And these are all the cigar box guitars that I made while I was waiting for my cigar box guitar. So now I sell cigar box guitars and take his business away because he's not my favorite person in the universe. So if you want a cigar box guitar, you know who to call. And I promise it will not take 1.5 years. Here's an acoustic classical guitar that's strung up with steel strings, like Willie Nelson. That's Addie's. I don't really play that one. There's a practice amp. Here we have the debris field, like the Titanic. And you can use a submersible to get down here, but it's a lot easier just to use the stairs. This is a lot of the shop stuff, and you'll see some more of it later. We have not had an opportunity to get a shop put back together since we moved. So we have little areas that are just storage and staging still. And I don't know when we're going to get all this done, but we'll of course document all of our clever ideas about managing space and building workbenches and such like that, because we're actually going to go all out with it. This stuff you guys have probably seen in the pictures of our studio. This is our temporary setup for where we're doing a lot of our shooting of the real life stuff, not so much the pixel art stuff, obviously. Though we did use it for the last pixel art video. We set up a little green screen on the table and shot your hands on the monopod. It's still set up there. There's the monopod that we use for shooting straight down. Tripod here. It's handy. It's a nice tripod. Looks like Addie was painting. What were you painting?
Birds.
Birds?
Yep.
It's your gong bee.
Well, don't look at it.
It's not good?
It's not good.
I think it's kind of cool.
No, man. This is all just practice shit.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously. You're not hanging up in any galleries. No?
Don't look.
Don't look. Hey, I like the stump, though.
What stump?
That one. That's cool.
Yeah, but I don't have anything else besides that.
I like some of the rats, too, that you did. This video is still not supposed to be about rats. See, those violin cases, I'd really like her to paint murals on them with this black ink.
Don't do it.
So she's been trying to come up with good ideas.
Here, look at the printed stuff. Yes, I did
I don't
that.
think you're fooling our viewers. I think they're smarter than that.
Hey.
So we've got lots of lights set up. Might be a little bit washed out because there's so many. We finally got some studio lights in here. They're like our cheap version of studio lights, but they're doing the job for now.
And those cans are about $6 at Office Depot. And the light bulbs are CFLs, I believe, and I think
Home Depot?
Did I say Home Depot?
No.
What did I
So
say?
Home Depot, like $6, and
Yeah.
the cans are
Did I say Office Depot?
nice. Yeah.
Oops.
Okay. And so now we're back to our wire here, and you might remember that pipe that went through the rabbit hole of doom. There it is again, and here's the line coming down into this room, and this is going to be our, what do you have there? Ooh. Oh my, is that an original Commodore 64 box, complete with manuals?
Yes.
And a mint condition Commodore 64 tucked away somewhere for it?
Yes.
Oh yes it is. Okay, set that down. And yes people, it does still work. Okay. This is a
ugly room.
What? Yeah, that's an extremely ugly room. Check out the ducks. These ducks are all going to die a horrible, horrible death.
Duck hunt!
As soon as we get time to start this project, we are going to rip this room to shreds. I hate this room. It is ugly, and it needs to die.
The
So,
lighting's horrible.
yeah, the light is just the worst
Like
possible
those
color.
Office things.
So this is like a lot of the staging that I was talking about. This room is so horrible, so we thought it would make a good storage room for now. But we're going to replace, get all this stuff put away and the empty boxes stored away. We like to keep the boxes for the expensive stuff. You know, eBay later. It's always a good idea. That wall connects to the control room. And that is where the window is going in, because this is going to be an isolation room, a soundproof room where we can have the musicians and vocalists doing their thing in here with the mics, and we don't get any noise from the house or the computers or anything like that. And that is what this area is going to be when we get to that stage.
Music of doom.
Here's the wire, and it goes from that room into the control room. This wire is a temporary snake, and the temporary snake is leading to all of our audio equipment here. At the bottom we have a 2-channel tube preamp, an 8-channel audio interface, a 2-channel passive equalizer, a 2-channel tube compressor, and a 4-channel headphone distribution system, and a 2-channel audio interface.
And I think we'll go through each of those too.
For monitoring, we have KRK Rocket 6s. For MIDI input, we have a Korg K61. The DAW is running on an Apple Mac Mini, which is acoustically isolated from the desk by foam. We have our wireless net, we have our cable net, we have secondary speakers back here, which are just standard speakers for testing mixes on, because we don't want to make mixes that only work well with studio monitors. We want to make mixes that work well on your monitors, or speakers, or headphones, as it were. There's the Nikon D40 that we use for taking stills. Here's that Netcaster rig. It's got a mic mount, a camera mount. I wanted to make this permanent, but for now it's got a nice Gorilla Pod that does the job. And we added a light to it. It's on a heel arm, like Leo Laporte uses. So we've had this forever. Very expensive, but worth it if you do a lot of that sort of stuff. The monitors are dual 22-inch monitors matching with aluminum arms. Very handy. Give you the whole picture there. So that's what all the shows are made on that rig. And then this one is where Eddie does her research. She does her voice acting here. She's got her condenser mic. Her workstation's much more simple, but it suits what she does perfectly. Oh, there's her Cascade mic. got that for her for a present. She's got a really low serial number. 575. It's a very nice ribbon mic. Oh, ham radio. What's this? You guys have got her fired up. She's been doing all sorts of articles on ham radio, and I think she plans on building her own receiver. So she'll probably be asking you guys questions, those of you who are into ham.
Not spam.
Okay, and in here is a closet, and that is the wall that we're putting the window in. My recording studio desk there fits right in this closet perfectly. We'll take these doors off and we'll make it all built in. And you can look over the top of the desk and you can see right into the isolation room. And I think that concludes the epic tour of following a little temporary gray cable through the massive maze of the studio. Toymaker house.